death.
Spawned by the genius of man.
The destroyer of worlds.
In this instant, Robert Oppenheimer recalls a past.
In the unfolding story of humanity, we encounter personalities who are nothing short of enigmas. J. Robert Oppenheimer, the father of the atomic bomb?
At 8:15 in the morning of August 6th, the first atomic bomb struck an enemy target.
Today, we're diving into his riveting tale. From his role in the monumental Manhattan Project to navigating the tricky waters of Cold War politics, Oppenheimer's journey is a rollercoaster ride of triumphs and trials. So, whether you're a history buff, a science enthusiast, or simply love a good story, this one's for you. Born in 1904 to a wealthy Jewish family in New York City, Oppenheimer was a child prodigy with insatiable thirst for knowledge. His brilliance shone early on, earning him a place at Harvard University at the tender age of 18. By 23, he had a PhD in physics from the prestigious University of Göttingen, making him a rising star in the scientific world. As he scaled the academic ladder, navigating the complex world of quantum mechanics and cosmic rays, Oppenheimer also found himself entangled in the intricate web of romantic entanglements. His life off the chalk-dusted lecture halls and away from the humming laboratories was equally, if not more, tumultuous, filled with passion, heartbreak, and enduring companionship. First, there was Jean Tatlock, a vivacious and politically charged woman who strolled into his life, leaving an indelible mark on his heart. Tatlock was a member of the Communist Party, a detail that, in the turbulent years to come, would threaten to capsize Oppenheimer's professional life. Politics and looming wars were merely distant clouds on the horizon of their youthful love. But as with any intense flame, their love story was destined to flicker and fade. The relationship eventually ended, leaving behind a trail of memories and a shadow that would later loom large over Oppenheimer's life. Amidst the academic rigor and the echoing silence left by Tatlock, he found solace in the arms of Catherine Quenning. Quenning, a radical and divorced biologist, was an enigmatic and complex as the physics problems that Oppenheimer spent hours solving. The romance was an adventure, one that mirrored Oppenheimer's journey in the scientific world, unconventional, audacious, and constantly pushing the boundaries. Catherine became his rock, the steady hand that navigated the choppy waters of their shared life. She would eventually become his wife, the mother of his children, and the woman who stood by him through the tumultuous times that lay ahead. And so, even as he embarked on the perilous journey of unraveling the universe's secrets, Oppenheimer's life was punctuated by his own adventures of the heart. His love stories, etched against the backdrop of his monumental scientific endeavors, add a layer of intriguing complexity to his persona, painting a vivid picture of a man at the intersection of passion, love, and groundbreaking science. In 1941, as the world buckled under the relentless storm of World War II, a secret beckoned Oppenheimer from the shadows. A project so vast, so significant in its implications that it promised to alter the course of history itself, the Manhattan Project.
The unprovoked attack by Japan on Sunday, a state of war has existed between the United States and the Japanese Empire.
An undertaking cloaked in secrecy, its true purpose known only to an exclusive few. Oppenheimer's mission was formidable and stakes astronomical. To harness the destructive power of the atom, to craft a weapon so potent that its mere existence could force the Axis powers to capitulation. This was no ordinary scientific endeavor. It was a race against time, a duel of intellect against the backdrop of a world at war. As Oppenheimer delved deeper into the labyrinth of nuclear physics, he stood on the precipice of a breakthrough that could end the war or plunge the world into an era of unparalleled destruction.
silent.
The question hung in the air, thick and palpable. Would he succeed in his perilous task, or would the world be forever altered by the consequences of his actions? This period marked an intense ethical and emotional struggle for Oppenheimer. The moral implications of creating a weapon of mass destruction were not lost on him. Famously, upon witnessing the first successful test of the bomb, he quoted from the Bhagavad Gita,
Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
reflecting the tormenting awareness of the atomic bomb's destructive potential. When the Enola Gay, a US bomber, flew over Hiroshima on August 6, 1945, carrying the first atomic bomb, the world held its breath. As the bomb, codenamed Little Boy, plummeted towards the unsuspecting city, the clock of humanity ticked towards a new era. The flash of light, brighter than 1,000 suns, tore through the morning sky, reducing a bustling city of 350,000 to ruins within seconds. The explosion claimed 70,000 to 80,000 lives instantly, a number that would swell in the weeks to come as thousands more succumbed to radiation sickness, burns, and injuries. Just when the world was reeling from the unprecedented devastation, a second act was unfolding. A mere 3 days later, That Man, another atomic bomb, fell over Nagasaki, wreaking a similar horrifying destruction. Around 40,000 people perished instantly, their lives snuffed out in a blinding flash of light and heat. As the city smoldered, so too did the lives of tens of thousands more, soon to be claimed by the lingering shadow of the bomb. The staggering magnitude of devastation brought about by these twin infernos led swiftly to Japan's surrender. The events of those fateful August days mark the dawn of a new age, a nuclear age, punctuated by an uneasy undercurrent of dread. The power dynamics of the world underwent a seismic shift. The Cold War took root in the ashes of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The tension between the United States and the Soviet Union amplified in the silent aftermath of the bombs' roars. Yet, in the heart of this immense geopolitical and moral vortex lies the most enduring legacy of bombings, the stories of the survivors, the hibakusha. Their narratives, branded by the atomic bomb's indelible mark, unfold tales of unimaginable loss and resilient hope. They are a living testament to the horrific events that unfolded in the summer of 1945, a call for peace and a grim warning for future generations. In essence, the detonations over Hiroshima and Nagasaki, while spelling an end to World War II, were a grim prelude to a complex, haunting narrative that continues to unfold. They stand as stark reminders of the high stakes of warfare and the profound responsibility entailed in wielding the double-edged sword of technology. In the smoky aftermath of World War II, as the world heaved a collective sigh of relief, Oppenheimer found himself sucked into a whirlwind of political turmoil. The seeds sown by his past associations, particularly with Jean Tatlock and her communist ties, were beginning to sprout, casting ominous shadows over his future. Yet it wasn't just Oppenheimer's past that was under the magnifying glass. His vocal opposition to the development of the hydrogen bomb, a weapon exponentially more destructive than the atomic bombs he helped curate, added fuel to the growing flames of suspicion. To the hawkish decision-makers of the time, this opposition seemed out of place, a dangerous hint of dissent in the face of the perceived Soviet threat. The dawn of the Cold Era, characterized by an escalating sense of dread and mistrust, amplified the consequences of Oppenheimer's personal and professional decisions. As the McCarthy era's anti-communist fervor swept across the United States, Oppenheimer found himself caught in a swirling eye of suspicion. His past liaisons, his political views, even his moral and scientific qualms about creating further weapons of mass destruction were twisted into a noose that threatened to strangle his career. The year 1954 dealt the final blow. In a hearing that has since been regarded as one of the most controversial moments of the Cold War, Oppenheimer's security clearance was revoked. The allegations were serious, casting him as a potential security risk, a liability in the tightly wound atmosphere of Cold War politics. This marked not just an unceremonious end to Oppenheimer's political influence, but also a chilling message to the scientific community and beyond. It was a grim reminder that in the pursuit of national security, personal liberties and the right to dissent could be curtailed. This controversy surrounding Oppenheimer serves as an opportunity for reflection. It demands a critical examination of how political narratives can influence and potentially undermine scientific pursuits. It raises questions about the cost of progress, the price of dissent, and the delicate balance between national security and individual freedom. In essence, the narrative of Oppenheimer's fall from grace is as much a historical event as it is a mirror held up to our present times, a reminder to constantly question, to persistently analyze, and to strive for a world where the pursuit of knowledge is not overshadowed by the spectre of political agenda. The life of J. Robert Oppenheimer is a complex tapestry of brilliance, controversy, and moral dilemmas. His name is forever etched in the annals of history, not only for his undeniable contribution to science, but also for his role in the creation of a weapon that changed the course of warfare and international relations. As we navigate through the 21st century, his story serves as a stark reminder of the moral complexities inherent in scientific and technological advancement. It invites us to ponder the age-old question of how far we're willing to go in the name of progress and at what cost.